Alright guys, what's up? This is part 2 of the 308 build series. And today we're going to be talking about the parts list, the part theory, I should say. Why I decided to get what parts, and what they will do, how they'll enhance whatever. And yeah, so you can see, I already drilled my pilot hole into this, this %80, you know, whatever. Highly recommend the 5D Tactical Easy Jig. It's the multi-caliber one for 308 and 5.56. Pretty easy to use and disassemble. And it's pretty good lockup. As you can see, I took it apart that fast. But let's talk about what we came to talk about, because we didn't talk about this jig. Also got a jig about the video about the jig, sorry, coming up soon. So let's talk about this. So far these are the parts that I've decided that I am going to run dedicated, as well as a couple that I'm going to change out and stuff, see how they work, which leads me into my next video that I'm going to be making, the last parts that you should get while starting a build, and then after that I'm do the first parts. But so one thing that I do need to get for sure, and this is for any battle rifle in general, the ones that I have seen that won't fail no matter what, even if you shatter the glass, whatever, prisms are essentially bomb proof. They're pretty nice. Everything else needs glass to reflect off of. Prisms, the reticle is etched into the glass, so even if the glass shatters, you can still use it in theory. Whereas everything else needs glass to reflect something off of it. So that's why I've decided I'm going with the 5X primary arms prism, the macro, not the micro, the macro, because it has a built-in rail for a red dot. It has green and red reticle options, and the reticle itself is two options, the Aurora and the CQB, I believe. They're both really good, and they're both very similar. I don't know if they're selling the Aurora anymore, but I might make a whole separate video on that once I start shooting it out to long distance and everything. But the Aurora reticle is really good. It has like really good ranging capabilities out to close and farther distances. I just seen a video of somebody shooting it out to 800, which the 5X is supposed to be maximized for about 500 yards and in. So for someone that shoot it out to 800, just shows how capable it is. It's really dependent on the shooter. And also the macros have bigger glass than the micros. They do weigh a little bit more, but for a battle rifle, I'm not really worried about weight, because I want it to be, you know, durable. So I'm getting that one so that I can have something that lasts, that will hold zero, and that will be able to take a beating if need be. Another reason that I'm choosing this is because of the intermediate distance capabilities and the ranging of the reticle, the ACSS reticle, and it is specifically built for the 308 and the 5.56. So even if I want to throw this on a 5.56 rifle, I can, and I'll just have to make slight adjustments and everything. One thing that I didn't add to this is actually a dope card. Writing that down now, dope card. And I have to figure out a way to integrate that into my capabilities. But knowing your dope and holes for different distances is very important, especially with certain calibers. Once I get this tuned for the best caliber that it's going to be running, because I am going to have battle ammo and precision ammo for this, so I'm going to be using both types of ammo, and I'm going to have it zero for both, so I'm going to need to know my holes for both. So I'm going to probably have two different things on my ranging card from my dope card. Anyways, yeah, so I'm going to be doing a 36 yard zero. So from my research, what I have noticed is that a 36 yard zero has the least amount of drop at the furthest distance that this will be capable of, up to 500 yards. So 36 yards, I know that sounds pretty weird, but I've done my research. Just trust me on this, guys. Plus, if you have a problem with it, don't worry, it's not your red dot. Don't give me shit about it. and that is the best from 1 to actually 700 yards in theory. We'll be testing that out, like I said, on my long distance video. So that's something that I'm going to be running as well. The dope card, I just wrote that down, some type of holder, like weatherproof holder for my dope card as well, like probably waterproof or like a waterproof notepad, something like that, that I'll have on hand, and that will go very well with my 308 pouches slash dangler. So sorry, not dangler, a placard. So I'm gonna have a 308 placard that's dedicated for 308 mags. I'm gonna have my dope cards, extra pair of notes, binos, and then my rangefinder attached all to that, along with, you know, my radio, administrative pouches, and kit like that. But the reason I'm going with a placard for that is because I don't want to have a dedicated rig just for 308. The placard makes it real modular, so I can switch out 5.56, 223 mags. And from what I know, you can't really go back and forth between them like 308 and 5.56 mags, because the 308 pouches are usually bigger, a lot bigger, because the mags are a lot bigger. So that's one thing that I'm definitely getting for this kit. The top mounted red dot, I am going to be running the Strike Industries Rex Rail for the protection of my red dot, as well as kill flashes for both my 5X optic and for my Holosun 507C. I was going to run the ACSS for the ranging capabilities, but I don't think that circle will be quite useful because I have to get it at that certain distance. But with the eye relief, I don't want to have to, you know, I'm probably going to see that circle without it being off target, to be honest, because of how close it'll probably be to my face, because the eye relief on the primary arms is a little bit better than the ACOG, but not that much better. The ACOG is atrocious. The PA is a little better. So that's another plus for the primary arms prism, but it's still going to be pretty close to my face. So I don't think that those are built to definitely be further away, especially when you're ranging out pistols and stuff. They're definitely going to be they're meant to be a lot further away. So yeah, that's the only reason why I did, because I was like, what pistol dot has ranging capabilities, and I automatically thought of the ACSS. And actually, while I have you on here, I can actually show you guys what those reticles look like, just a sneak peek. So the ACSS actually is just like a big old triangle like this, and the tip like that is meant for, you know, your 0 point, and then under that is meant for like 50 yards, maybe 100, whatever. And then you can probably do like one under that. But the ACSS CQB is like that, whoops, and then it has the line, and it's like boom, boom, boom. Then it has the dot right here, dot right there, and then bam, bam, bam. So this is actually meant for ranging a target. So if you put like a man-sized target right there, and he'd be like, oh, he's this tall, you'd be like, oh, okay, so that means he's out to 500. And then this is for wind, so holding for wind. I think they said like the average person walks like 8.6 miles an hour, something like that, in a gunfight. So that's used to hold for wind. And then, you know, this is the same, 0, and this will be like 100, and then 2, 3, 4, and then it has dots on the side right here for additional ranging. So the ACSS CQB and the Vulcan both have the same basic reticle, but they both you know, and I was thinking about doing that. I may play with that idea a little bit, but the one that I went with is just a regular I was about to say the primary arms, the Holosun. It's just a regular dot and then a circle. So how I can use this is I can use this for really precise shooting up close. And then if I want to just have it like in the general area, which is really good, I think for a battle rifle, you want to get it like in the general area, general range, I can use that. And if I want to, I can switch back and forth between both of those. And if I need to, or if I find a use for it, I can also use the circle dot. So this has more ranging capabilities than the normal one. So just, you know, keep that in mind. Anyways, back to the notes. So I've talked about the intermediate distances of the ACSS Aurora and the ACSS regular red dot. Talked about the top mounted red dot, the options, the Rex rail is going to prevent it if I drop it. Bipod. still doing research on bipods, but I know that the one that I run is going to be really, really, really nice. And I want my bipod to not only be able to go like out like that and then up and down, but I want it to also go at those weird angles, as well as I need it to be able to tilt like left and right and swivel all the way around. Like, I don't know what I'm drawing. Anyways, I needed to be able to swivel, like be able to turn independently by itself and be able to tilt like that. So the one that I found that looks to be the best, like it's like an upgraded mag pull bipod, is from CV Life, and I think actually Eisener's Tactical was the one who said I should check it out. I think he asked about the one that I have personally, but that one isn't the upgraded one that I thought it was, so I'm actually getting another one that's going to be here soon. Like I said, I'm getting the parts slowly but surely, and then after I get done telling you all of this, I can tell you what parts I'm actually missing, and after I tell you what parts I am getting. Phase 5 lever, this is just a basic. This is actually not the one I'm using because this is for 5.56, not 308. But they were saying in the Jakl group that you need to actually shave this off a little, like shave this down a little, which isn't a big deal to me for the 308. But I do need that capability to be able to drop the bolt on the fly, especially fast if I'm in a really bad situation. Because in theory, if I do want to use this for a battle, hence the name battle rifle, and my dream battle rifle, I have to be capable with it. Not only that, but I have to actually be able to, use it very efficiently and very effectively, and slow is smooth is fast. So I want to be able to use it effectively for sure. If that means I have to drop the lever, I don't want to have to let my lead hand drop just to smack the bolt every time, like smack it. I want to be able to just drop the bolt and it be good. All right. Next, efficiency and speed from battle rifle. Okay, I talked about the 308 pouches. Another thing, this is a big thing for the 308 platform, specifically for the 308 platform and the Jakl platform itself, is the ammo. You have to find the ammo that matches your build. So the ammos that I'm gonna try out, and let me know in the comments what ammo y'all suggest. I'm already talking to somebody who's been testing out ammo for the 308 Jakl, and he said he's gonna be trying out the Saber Black Tip next. He already tested the 68 grain AAC Sierra Match King and then some match ammo. I want to try match ammo. I want to try, and that's in addition to these I want to try. So I want to try the 68 grain Sierra Match King, the 75 grain Sierra Match King, the 168 grain Boat Till Hollow Point. Sorry, is it Hollow Tip or Hollow Point? Hollow Point, I believe. And then the 178 Boat Till Hollow Point, 178 Open Tip Match, 168 open tip match, and 175 open tip match, as well as 168 match ammo. So the ones that I've seen got the best results so far was the 168 Sierra Match King, tested by Grand Thumb, and then two other accuracy testers. But a lot of people aren't really getting into the testing of the ammo in depth, like testing a whole bunch, because 308 ammo is expensive. So I can alleviate that. I can make a dedicated video. I can save up for a while on ammo and just build up my stash. But that being said, that's the biggest reason why I'm using 308 instead of 5.56, because I could have, I have a 5.56. I could have accurized that. I could have switched out that barrel and turned that into a DMR. But the 308 platform is, as far as it comes to ammo, one of, if not the most versatile on the ammo side in general. Like, so it has the most ammo offerings out of any other caliber, in my opinion. I know somebody be like, well, 9mm has 600. Well, it's not the most capable. This one can be used close distance, really far distance, and intermediate distance, and still not lose a lot of the capabilities at any of those ranges. So it's still hitting hard out to distance, it's still hitting hard really close, and in those intermediate distances is where I think it really shines. And this isn't going to be a hunting rifle. Like I said 4 times now. This is going to be a battle rifle. So if I need to stretch it out, I'm going to be able to. If I need to shoot close, I'm going to be able to. It's really going to shine in that intermediate distance between, I would say, 100 and like 400 yards. That's where it's really going to shine, because you're getting a lot of knockdown power at those longer distances. That's what this round is really built for. Okay. So parts that I already have, obviously I have my phase 5 lever. It's not here, it's actually arriving today. I have the jig to finish it out. Excuse me. This is the most important part right here. If they don't know where you're from, man, you might die. To be honest, no, I'm just playing. But seriously though, I believe getting your gear, testing it out is very functional. I've already got my rangefinder. I got some mag pouches. Let me see. I got some right somewhere. Let me pull it out real quick. See if I can hear this. So I've already got one pouch to test out. I'm gonna use this on my belt for starters, and then work my way into it. Sorry, my son making random noises. Anyways, got my mag pouch, and then my magazines are tucked away in the safe somewhere. Don't feel like pulling those out right now. But these are going to be the most important parts right here. Got my Torx limiter, my hex wrenches and all of that stuff, because when I get it in, I am going to be testing it, seeing if it comes in spec. I'm going to be doing a deep dive of the barrel, the accuracy, all of that stuff, shooting out to long distance, all of that. So this probably will be like an 8-9 part series. Even once I get done with it, I'm still going to be making videos about it for sure. But in theory, this is one. Oh, sorry, one more part that I forgot. I'm getting this labyrinth cable. Shout out to this guy. I'm gonna put his name, his YouTube name on the screen right here. He got me hip to the labyrinth cable. It helps mitigate heat on your hand, and it helps manage your cables. And it's a really interesting way to tuck it. And I think if you put like some tape over it too, that's gonna be, oh man, that's gonna be peak right there. Peak. So getting those labyrinth cable management system holders, whatever. I know Strike Industries has one, but theirs just didn't look as appealing to me. Theirs looks like you have to like buy the grip in addition to that. So which I am buying the Strike Industries grip. So hopefully that works out, but I don't know what light laser I'm going to get on there, because right after I get done with this project, I think I'm going to be diving into night vision. So I'm going to be getting some IR stuff to test out, but I already have my MAL C1 Plus. So what do y'all think I should put on there? The MAL C1 Plus, just a regular light, or a light with a laser integrated into it, or what do y'all think I should do as far as that? And sights, I have not decided what backup sights I want to use. I'm really leaning towards the angled sights, like the 45-degree offset sights, just because I've seen Strike Industries has some that go for both, but I don't know how they'll hold up on the recoil. So I'm thinking like some Magpul ones, and then I'll have like the glow front tip, and then the back will just be like a circle. So that's what I was thinking. I think Blitzkrieg is the name of the ones that make the name of the company that makes the front sight. So let me know what y'all think about 45-degree off sights, because if I do that, then that'll give me a chance to switch out my optics if I need to, because I think I'm gonna try to stretch the 308 out farther than my 5X will let me. Meaning that I'm probably going to throw a 1-10 on there at some point and test it out, see how far that will actually go, and see the capabilities of the round without the actual battle rifle red dot on it. So gonna be testing that out, but let me know what y'all think. 45-degree offsets, I've never tried it. I don't know how it's gonna go as far as 0. Do I have to hold off? Is there a way to change those? Let me know in the comments if you have a lot of experience with 45-degree offset sights. I know regular sights are pretty easy and relatively you don't need no experience to use them. So let me know what y'all think. Also, if you know of a better prism than the Primary Arms, not the ACOG. I know the ACOG is better glass, but the eye relief freaking kills me. Let me know what y'all think in the comments down below. Like, comment, subscribe, all of that stuff. And I will be suppressing this once I get it all finished and figured out and tuned and all of that stuff. So stay tuned for more. We got more coming. All right, peace.